Hello everyone! Long time no see. We haven't sat down and done a video in a while, so I figured we'd do like a nice little sit down video. So in my little handy dandy booklet, I have some New Year's resolutions of the service dog community that was sent in via the text box on my Instagram that I posted one day. A lot of people entered their resolutions for their dog, but a lot of them were kind of the same kind of area, so I condensed them down, and here is what the service dog community's New Year's resolutions seem to be. Okay, so the first one is very positive. All of them are pretty positive. Is to earn titles on their dogs, and the most popular one people wanted to earn was their CGCs, their Canine Good Citizens. I feel like earning titles on your dogs and sports titles or barn hunt scent work titles, CGCs, trip dogs, is so important with bonding with your dog. A CGC is a Canine Good Citizen, and that consists of 10 things that I will list right here that your dog must pass. And then there's also a CGCU, which is the urban, and a CGCA, which is the advanced, that you can also test after your dog earns CGC. I am a certified AKC tester for CGCs, and I love watching teams get their CGCs. I loved getting my CGC for Sirius and Atlas, and yeah, I just feel like this is a really good goal to work up towards for any dog, not even service dogs, just regular dogs too. The next one is to polish up on public access skills. Most popular ones that were listed were impulse control, healing, leave it and drop it, focus, and settling. So all of these are so important with service dogs and their public access skills. Sorry, my computer is screaming at me. So impulse control is basically like prey drive, leave it and drop it, I guess. Basically being in a calm state of mind and not having to go after everything all the time. Healing, so not necessarily healing, but loose leash walking. A service dog doesn't have to be in a perfect heel all the time, but a loose leash with a kind of J motion in the leash is so important to make sure that your dog is right there next to you. Focusing, your dog doesn't have to be focused 24/7 on you. Just little check-ins is all it takes for your dog to be focused in public, and kind of goes along with impulse control with leaving distractions that are around. And other one is settling. This is basically say you're eating or you're filling out paperwork with a doctor's appointment, is your dog being able to have what's called an off switch and just being able just to lay down and relax and not worry about anything and not having to get up and get down a million times. The third one is off-leash skills and basic foundations. Off-leash skills is really fun to have when you're at the park and you have an amazing recall and you can get your dog back to you ASAP. Is being able to go to the beach and being able to have a well-behaved dog, and not every dog is going to work off leash. Under the ADA, a service dog has to be leashed unless the leash interferes with a task. So please don't just go working your dog off leash if you don't need to. Leash laws still apply, but if your dog has off-leash tasks, then this is a great goal to look forward to. Basic foundations, a lot of this was for puppies and stuff like that. Sit down, stay, wait, place, walking on a loose leash. Sometimes even if your dog is a full trained service dog, you still need to brush up on those basic foundations because it's not something that we necessarily go back to all the time. So I feel like this is a great thing to just check up on every once in a while, and maybe make it a point every month to really solidify your basics again. Next one was reactivity. A lot of service dogs struggle with excitable reactivity to humans and other dogs just because they don't really, they're not as often like playing with other dogs as regular pets are. When working with reactivity, please consult a trainer near you to guide you in the right direction and see what's going to work best for you and your dog. Okay, the next one is something really exciting. Start the journey with a new service dog or waiting on a dog to train. So starting with a new dog is so exciting. Please don't rush it. Please don't let the online community push you. Please go at your own pace, consult a trainer, and whatever you're doing and whatever's working for your dog is what's best. Don't let other people get in the way of you. But the journey is going to be long and it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be frustrating. It's going to be irritating. It's going to be happy. You're going to feel all the emotions with starting a new dog, but you can do it. And the new year is definitely a great time to start this. Something that somebody said that I really liked was learning something new every single month. Whether this was a trick, a task, something in public, just a regular command. I really liked this, and I think it's a great goal to uphold and to keep accounted for, I guess you could say. But like, you start in January and you say, this is the command, trick, whatever that I'm gonna work on this month. And once you nail that, you can move on to next month, and then you could get ahead of it, and there's just so many possibilities. As a trainer, this is something that's like really excited me when I saw this, because you're constantly learning and you're constantly building on your dog, and I think that's something so special and something so bonding. The next one is to be a better handler, to advocate for your dog, to be a consistent handler, and there's so many people that want to be a better handler, and there's so many ways to do this with consistency and advocating for yourself and your dog in public. Advocating for yourself and your dog in public can be so hard, and you got to build up a lot of confidence to be able to do it. But just starting little things, it would be amazing. Carrying ADA cards is the first step of advocating for yourself and your service dog. Being consistent for your dog is such a huge thing. So training at least 15 minutes a day, taking your dogs on walks, taking them to the park, working them at least every other day. These are little goals that you can do to be consistent for your dog. Dogs love consistency, and they want to do the same things. They want to learn. They want to be exercised. So being a better handler and wanting to be a better handler is such an amazing goal for the new year. The next one is having your dog task accurately and consistently. I feel like once we teach a task and they got it, we're like, yes, they got it, amazing. But we forget to keep working on it to get that consistency and accuracy every single time. I'm guilty of this with my scent training for Sirius, and it's something that we're definitely going to work on coming the new year. And accuracy is so important with a service dog, and I think this is an amazing goal to work towards, and something that's definitely doable for every single service dog. Okay, we're getting down to the last 3. Okay, so not expecting perfection from your dog all the time. Dogs are going to make mistakes. No, they're not robots, and they shouldn't be making the same mistake consistently, but not expecting perfection from your dog all the time. This is a big thing that I struggle with, because I think Sirius needs to be perfect every single time we go out, and I forget that he is still a puppy, he's still a dog. So I feel like this is a great mindset to get into for the next year, and being able to understand that dogs aren't perfect. Service dogs are never going to be perfect, but they can be close to it. next time you see a service dog, remember that they're working on things and not to expect them to be perfect. And if they are being perfect, please praise them. It's so important to support one another and understand people's mistakes and not expect perfection from every single dog we see. Second to last one, a lot of people put this down, surprisingly, and that was to conquer amusement parks like Disneyland, Disney World, Six Flags, Knott's Berry Farm, Universal Studios. A lot of people wanted to be able to bring their dogs to amusement parks so they could enjoy the amusement parks themselves. And this is a big thing in the service dog community, that and a big accomplishment to have in the service dog community, and it's very doable for every dog. I think it's really helpful to go to these amusement parks for the first time with a handler that has already been there with their service dog, so that they can show you the ins and outs of the park and what's easiest and how to like navigate it easier and more effective. That's going to be more enjoyable for you and your dog. I go to Disneyland consistently a lot with Sirius, and we go to Universal too, and it's definitely a big thing for service dogs. There's a lot of sounds, noises, distractions, people, smells, everything. So it's a big thing, but when you go, don't expect perfection. Expect to work on things, and you can do it. I promise you. Last thing is greeting other dogs and people calmly. Dogs get really excited, and this is definitely something that is important for a service dog, and it's actually one of the things in a CGC. This means not to bark or whine, not to lunge, not to wiggle around crazily, not to jump on the person that is greeting the dog, but to sit and just accept pets and loves, and with other dogs, to be neutral around other dogs until they are given the command otherwise. And I feel like this is a big thing for reactive dogs, and it's a big thing for excitable reactive dogs. For doing this, please consult a trainer. I know I've said that a lot during this video, but please consult a trainer, and that can help you out. Last but not least is my personal New Year's resolution for Sirius. I would say my personal New Year's resolution for Sirius would be he's gonna turn 2 in August. So I want to get him cleared for mobility. I also want to get more titles on him. I want to enter him in dock diving, which I'm really hoping to be able to do come New Year. And my training New Year's resolution would definitely be to tighten up on all of his tasks and really put more focus into him, as I train a lot of other dogs, so my focus goes otherwise, and I forget that he also needs work as well. So that would be my New Year's resolution. So that is it, everyone. Thank you for watching, and if you have a different New Year's resolution, please comment it down below, because I would love to hear everyone's New Year's resolutions and what their goals are to be. And also, like, if you already know the steps to get there, like, share it down below, because it also might help somebody else that has the same New Year's resolution as you. That is it. I will see you guys in the next one. Wear a mask, wash your hands, stay safe, social distance, eat food, drink water, take your meds, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Passion is gone and love's taken flight. Things just feel heavy tonight.